Hold on a minute, this isn't Genshin Impact. Today, I'm here with the lovely new Pokémon Pocket TCG. But yeah, Pokémon is finally out with their new Pocket mobile game that pretty much said, hey, Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links has their own version of this, and Marvel Snap is doing great work on the mobile card game front. Why can't we do the same? People love Pokemon. People love collecting Pokemon cards. Why don't we just make our own mini version of the regular trading card game? And here it is. And it's very simple. I would say that it isn't particularly complex in terms of stuff to do day to day. Obviously, there's the actual gameplay, which is relatively complex depending on, you know, how well versed your deck knowledge is in terms of creating decks and actually using them, of which I am not. I, for some odd reason, never played the Pokemon trading card game as a kid. I collected the cards as I think a lot of people did. Never actually played the game until I was a fully fledged adult, at which point I didn't have any of my Pokemon cards anymore. But yeah, I've really been enjoying the game. It's like really simple to get to grips with, and you don't have to play online if you don't want to. I mean, I think the main like gimmick of this game is that you're sat opening packs and you get to make your decks from those packs, which is, you know, the whole point of any TCG, now that I actually say that out loud, which sounds really dumb. But you don't have to, unlike a lot of other games, you're not required to play the game to get the packs. You just get them every 12 hours, and then you can open them and build your collection, and then you don't have to do anything else if you don't want to. And even if you do want to, there is an auto battle feature, but we'll get into that. Most importantly, we all want to know what the pack like opening thing is. So let's have a look. So for now, there's only 3 packs you can click and choose from. I am using this on an emulator just because it would be easier to run, but it is on iOS and Android. I've been playing on iOS and it feels good. We're going to open the Pikachu one because why not? It's the one I've opened the least, so it's the one that should have the most amount of cards. I know why they do this. I personally don't care. I'd rather we just get given a pack, because as far as I know, none of these give you any indication on if one is better than the other. It's pretty much just to simulate the feeling of, ooh, could it be this one? So I tend to just do that, and then whatever one it stops at is the one we're going for. You can also rotate the pack, you know, if you fancy. Again, doesn't really do anything, but yeah. Then you get to rip it open as you so desire. Ooh, as you so desire. And then you can have like a sneaky peek to see if you get anything special. Sadly, no, they're all commons. So we've got a Cottony, a Grapploct, a Clefairy, a Blitzel, and a Bruxish. So I only got one new one, which is kind of not great. But you know, we'll make do. So then you'll get shoved in, and then you get to add your new cards to the collection. So I've got 87 registered cards. So it says 83, but I've got 4 promos. So yeah, so you can see your entire collection, which, as I'm sure many collectors can appreciate, is very satisfying to do. This is easily my favorite part of the game, is just watching the new cards be added to this. It's very satisfying. And then we have cards with absolutely gorgeous art. I do wish the game would stop giving me Alakazams though, because I have 3 of these and I do not need 3 of these. But yeah, the artwork is just, it's Pokemon. The artwork is always stunning, let's be honest. With this game, you get a new pack every 12 hours, as you can see up here. Now, there's also a 24-hour timer if you subscribe to their monthly premium. So you'll get an extra pack for free. Well, it's not technically for free, but you know what I mean. Every 24 hours. You cannot speed this up in any way. However, on this side, you can. So we have these lovely little things called pack hourglasses, and every one you use equates to an hour. So I technically have 285 hours worth of free packs, but I'm not going to use that because it would be a waste, because in 7 minutes I only need to use 1. So depending on how desperate you are to open packs, you'll be using these, which the game gives you a fair amount to begin with. It's going to slow down. All mobile games do this. They shower you rewards to keep you coming, and then eventually you'll dwindle, and then it's less great. Of course, we have offering rates. Yeah, So if there's a specific card you need, it'll be in one of the free packs that we currently have access to. There will be more packs coming later, I'm sure. But for now, this is all we have. But yeah, you can look over the cards, see what you need. They all have their own individual percentages, as to be expected. On top of that, with every pack you open, you get pack points. And with pack points, you can just outright create any card you want. Say I wanted this Weedle. Maybe I really want the Weedle. I can spend 35 and now I have the Weedle. Or maybe I want Venusaur EX and I've been pulling and I really want to play the deck. But I have enough pack points, but I don't have enough. But it just won't show up in a pull. Use your pack points. It's a nice system to have. I've been playing for not exactly a week, coming up to a week now. I can't remember when the game actually came out. I want to say Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so I've only got around 100. I've not spent anything to pull more. I've not really used any time crystals. I've really just waited for the energy to reset all by itself. So depending on how much you're investing, I'm sure you'll get a lot more as they come along. Alongside that, there is of course the shop, which I'm sure you can imagine what is inside it. We have a daily bonus, which is just some wonder trade tokens, which I'll get into. And these things, which I can't remember the name, shop tickets, there you go, which is just currency for the shop. So if you wanted to buy more hourglasses, you certainly can. You also have special shop tickets, which cost a ton, but they have rarer sort of rewards. And then we have just actual covers themselves, because there's this weird customizable like community aspect to the game that there's also here that uses cards and that uses covers and stuff. We'll get into that. Of course, there are cards you can just straight up buy, and then we have these as well. The game gives you most of these, I think, at the beginning, with the exception of, like, I think you only have one red card and maybe one hand scope, if I remember, possibly one X speed as well. But yeah, if there's cards in here that you need, you know where to buy them. We have emblems, which is pretty much just to show off. Next up, we have the specials, which is just really nice looking items. So you got the playmat, card sleeves, Pokemon coin, backdrop, and cover. Yeah, the fact that they cost 300 of the other tickets for one is a bit insane, but if people want to show off, they're more than welcome to. And then in other, I don't actually have anything. It might be because I've already bought the stuff in other, or it might be because there's not anything in there currently. So take that with a grain of salt. And then in limited time, we currently have the event stuff going on. So currently there's a Meowth and Chansey event where you can earn these event tokens, and you earn stuff like this, which is just a Meowth backdrop, but it looks very cute. And I don't actually have it yet, so I'm just going to grab these while I remember and before I forget. So now I have these. Yep, it's just event items, nothing special, but free stuff is free stuff. And then here we have the premium exchange. So if you've subscribed to their monthly premium pass, which they give you a 2-week free trial, which is really nice, you will have access to this tab, and this gets rotated out by the looks of things every couple of months. So they might add more stuff every month, because it would seem weird to only do it every 2 months, because then you could just subscribe and then unsubscribe and you'd still get everything in the shop. But maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, all you have to do is just daily missions or special missions to unlock these. Very easy so far, and I've got pretty much the only ones I really wanted. But if I collect the rest of them, they'll be there and I can't really complain. And then of course we have, just buying stuff with Pokegold, which Pokegold is the kind of stuff that you just, it's premium currency. It's a mobile game. You know what to expect. But yeah, and that's about it for the shop. You kind of know what to expect. The Wonder Pick system is lovely. I should probably do it quickly before these disappear. So we'll do the free one first. So essentially, you were given 5 Wonder Picks by default, and they recharge, I think, one every 12.5 hours. And at random, you get to pick any one of these 5 cards, and it could be, whatever these could be. So we'll do the Chansey one as well because it ends in 41 seconds, and I would quite like maybe an extra event card because these are event cards, part of the Chansey Meowth event they've got going on. So you spend Wonder Pick points, depending on if it actually costs Wonder Pick points, and then you just randomly select one of the 5, and it's completely random. As far as I can tell, there isn't really a way to tell if one is, if this one's Chansey, if this one's Meowth. It's purely just based on luck. Hey, look, it was Meowth. Look at that. And then they reveal. Hey, that was Chansey. Look at that. And there you go. That's about it. But the exciting thing about this is that you get to see other people's and you get to try it on theirs. So all of these are packs that someone has opened. So, for instance, this person got a Koga, and if you really want a Koga, you can be like, it's going to cost me 2 Wonder Pick points, and it's going to take 24 hours to recharge. However, if I get Koga, then, you get a card without spending any money or anything extra like that. So a lot of the time, it's worth checking to see if, someone gets something you really want. Because, there'll be EXs in here that maybe you just haven't been able to get or something. And then sometimes there'll be ones that have expired that you've missed out on, and you can regenerate them with the weird time clock thing. I don't know how many time clocks we actually get, but if there was one that had a card in it you really wanted and you wanted to give it a try, you can technically regenerate it as long as you, notice it's there. But yeah, I really like the Wonder Pick system. It's really fun. Yeah, it's still a 1 in 5 chance that you'll only get the thing you want, but if there's a couple of things in there that you want, it brings up your chances. But yeah, very cool. I like it. You get 5 by default. You can recover it using these, which I imagine, again, it's about an hour. And then by the looks of things, you might be able to overcharge. So if you get up to 5, you can then go, maybe it slows down and then fills up the next 3. I've not let it go back up to 5 because I don't want to take that chance. Yeah, that's Wonder Pick. I really like the Wonder Pick system. Then, of course, we have missions, because what would a mobile game be without making you play it every single day? So here we have the daily missions, which just very simply gives you this every day. So you get a couple of hours back, which is very nice. Advanced, which I imagine everyone starts with. I don't know if it's a monthly thing or if it's just a start of the game thing, or if there's more past this. I'll have to see when I actually do one of these. Then we have the Dex log, which pretty much just tracks, how many you've got, and you'll get more card shop points. Nothing special. Then we have the deck one, which, if I'm not mistaken, if you manage to collect the highlight card, it'll give you the rental deck. And with rental decks, you can play the deck about 10 times, I believe. And then this one might just straight up create the theme deck for you, because at which point you have all of the cards in said theme deck. Take that with a pinch of salt. And then here we have ourselves the event one, which I have mostly done. I just need to collect one more Chansey card and we're done. We have the themed collection as well, which pretty much just wants you to collect certain specified cards. So obviously with this, we have the Gen 1 starters, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. Somehow don't have Squirtle, so this one isn't done yet. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff for you to try and complete, at least at the beginning. Oh, I failed to show off the premium one, but there is a premium mission as well, which gives you the gold shop coins. Again, you will only have this if you subscribe to the premium pass, but there is a 14-day free trial, which I don't think I'm going to go over. I just wanted to have an excuse to play the game a bit more for free, and the game's certainly doing it, so there. Since I'm here, I am actually going to give in to my whims, and I'm going to open another pack because I really want to, and it's the best part of the game. So there you go. We'll pick you. Maybe we'll get an EX on screen. Who knows? No, it's another common. We got a Diglett. I like the Electrode art though. The furry Electrode, very cute. I like that. I don't always like the weird art choices they use for Pokemon cards. This one I really like. But yeah, definitely my favorite part of the game is just putting stuff into your like Pokedex of cards. Of course, with any card game, it wouldn't be complete without deck building. So here we have ourselves the deck building system. All decks are required to be 20 cards. You can have 2 copies of, I think, any card. I don't know if that's the case for EXs. I don't have enough EXs to test. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You just click to add whatever you want up to a maximum of 2. You have your EXs in there. You can have different elemental types. So if you want to have an absolutely insane deck that has grass, fire, and water, you certainly can. It is going to make your energy draw very difficult because the game generates whatever specific energy you need for your deck each round. However, if you have 3 different energy types, you are going to be randomly generating one of those energy types every single time, which if you have a unit that only uses normal energy, it doesn't matter. But if you have a unit that needs water and water, you're going to be in for a rough time. Very easy to build a deck. You can just auto build, but yeah, I've played enough Hearthstone to know that auto building is never a great idea. You can name it as you so desire. You can change the deck box. I really do hope they add more deck boxes. They'll probably sell you deck boxes. They don't matter. It just looks nice. Energy. So you can only select up to 3 energy types. So probably don't go too insane with how many different people that are in your deck. You can select a highlight card. So if I had an EX on the front and I wanted to display it as the front card, it will show up there. You can change your card sleeves. You can change the coins. And then of course you can change the playmats. Lovely bit of customization, so you can really customize your deck and stuff, which is very nice. I will say my decks all kind of suck because I don't really have all of the pieces to make them good, but you know, I don't have a choice in the matter. You get what you're given. You open packs, if the cards you get are bad, you make do with what you make do with. So we also have like the cutesy community side of things, and you can make little binders and stuff. So for instance, I can do Meowth, and then I can search for Meowth, and then we'll just add 2 Meowths, and then we'll call it Greedy Cat. And now you have yourself a display banner, and you can make it public. You can set tags to, I don't know, Flare, same cards. Okay. And then you save. And now it's available for everyone to see. Just like this one, we've got just Sneck, where it is just Arbok. And if you set it to public, people can rate them up through the community hub. And by doing so, I can't remember what you get. I think you get 1 token for the shop, if I'm not mistaken. But it's nice to have. You'll get like a little extra thing if you make them public. And it's nice to be like, oh, look, someone thumbed up my stuff. That's very nice. On top of that, we have display boards, which is just a chance for you to get creative and to show off what you think would look cool in a background PNG. So for this one with Gengar, this one with Alakazam. So if I wanted to, say, make a Meowth, maybe I really wanted, I don't know, Psyduck. Maybe Psyduck would look good there. Then we have Psyduck. And you save it and it's the same like the display board. It's just it's same like the binder. It's a really cool thing. It's not super impressive or anything because you can't make a lot of extra additions to it. It really is just adding a card and then naming it. But it's nice to have and you get little bonuses. So that is it for the cards. Now the only thing I haven't, shown is the battles. So here we have ourselves a Pikachu deck, which is probably going to destroy me because I'm going to use my terrible Pinsir deck, which I was using earlier and had terrible draw with. But the rules are a little bit different from the main Pokemon game. So there's no cards. The points are brought down to 3 rather than 6. And you simply just have to eliminate 3 Pokemon on your opponent's side. Or eliminate an EX, because an EX is technically 2 points. So, yeah. The first to 3 points wins, essentially. I'm going first. Oh, that's bad. Okay. So I think one thing a lot of people have noticed is that going first in this game is really bad. Because essentially what you do is you reveal what your Pokemon is. And then you don't get to do anything else. Whereas player number 2 gets to immediately put energy on their Pokemon and attack. So if they've got a bonus on you, you're in for a rough time. But yeah. If you played the Pokemon TCG before, you have a pretty general idea of how to play. Put basic Pokemon cards down, you evolve them the next turn, you have, other cards to play to thin your deck out a bit. So we have stuff like the supporter card, which just very simply draws 2 cards. So we've got ourselves a Paras and a Pidgey. So the deck is demonstrating, as per usual, how awfully it is designed. We will end turn. Down here we will regenerate an energy once per turn to put on whoever we want. Okay. I don't really know why they did that, but I'm gonna kill it now. We get lucky. Oh wait.
Oh brother, this guy stinks!
I just realized that costs 2. Well, it's too late now. There's no going back. We'll draw 2 cards. Maybe we'll get a... Actually, I don't know if anything's in this deck. I just remembered. Anyway, end turn. So I'm probably going to lose this one. The Pinsir deck that they give you by default, not very good. Or the Pinsir deck I got by default, not great. There you go. So, obviously, your success may vary depending on how well your decks are actually built. But, that's the whole fun of a card game, is that your decks they're yours. You have a good time, you have a good time. I just realized I could have put it on him and do 40 damage. But, I mean, Whimsicott's dead now. So, no, wait, no, it's not. See, this is why I'm glad I never became a trading card game channel, because that would be very awkward. I don't think out a lot of my moves with these. This is why I will not be becoming a Pokemon Pocket TCG player. This would be very bad for the channel. I mean, I'm already bad enough at Genshin Impact and all that stuff. Let's not make it worse. Thin the deck out a little bit more. There really is just nothing in this deck, let's be honest. Pop you on there. Do another 40. You're about to die, and then we'll swap in Pinsir and then see what happens. I could have replaced, but I mean, I'm going to lose this one anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, as you can see, the game is very... Ooh. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered. The game is very easy to get to grips with. And obviously, this is solo. You don't have to play versus with people online, but it doesn't hurt. There's no ranked system currently, so your mileage may vary depending on how you feel. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Pinsir, you've let me down once again. So yeah, there's no ranked mode, so that may... Oh look, Pikachu EX, lovely. So that may bother some people. I currently am not too fussed. I don't have enough cards to worry about versus mode currently, and I'm sure as hell I'm not trying it in this video because I'm just dead. Okay, carry on. It don't matter. I'm dead. Just kill me. Yeah. So versus mode, definitely your mileage may vary. I am not a massive multiplayer person, so I don't know if it will get a lot of usage. But, if I ever get sick of solo, it's nice to know it's there. Because I think some people were worried that there wouldn't be a lot of online component to the game, which would just not make any sense for online multiplayer. Now, if you don't want to play the game, you can just turn on auto. Because what is a mobile game without an auto button? As far as I'm aware, you can't do this online, because why would you want to? You will have a really bad time. But if you are just trying to brute force through the solo mode, here is an option. If you make an insane deck and you somehow make it so the AI can actually run it, at least you have an option. And at any point you want to take over and be like, please stop, you're going to lose me the game, you just unclick auto and there you go, that's it. But where would the fun be in that? But anyway, I suppose I'll just use this as my closing thoughts as the game plays on in the background. If you're a fan of Pokemon and or the Pokemon card game, Pokemon Pocket is a great place to jump in because it is pretty much just opening card packs and creating tiny decks that don't have to be so insanely built around, because the smaller number of cards makes it inevitably less complex but still very fun and engaging, and it means you can be done in like 5 minutes. So it's a great game for, you know, going on lunch breaks, stuff like that, which I definitely admire because that's part of the fun of what Marvel Snap was, is that you just play for about 5 minutes and then you're done. And I love that. And as someone who used to play a ton of Hearthstone, 20-minute games was getting rough. But yeah, I really like the speed. I really like how the game looks. It is very simplistic in nature. The UI, a little bit boring in places, but as a game, it runs well. It feels good to play. And I'm probably just going to stick with it for a little while and see how things pan out. Probably won't be another video, I imagine, because I can't imagine how much interest there would be seeing me be absolutely terrible at a Pokemon card game. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to play it. Why not do both at the same time? Because there's an auto button that means I don't have to think, which is probably for the best, because the last time I tried to think, the game absolutely destroyed me. And I'm going to continue to blame the deck, as is my given right. But anyway, I think I'm going to say my goodbyes there. Thank you for those that stuck around to the end. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. How do you feel about the game? Have you been enjoying it? Are you not too fussed? Do you play the original? Does it bother you that much about how much they've changed, you know, all that stuff? I'd love to know. Let me know down in the comments below. With that though, I've been James, the Mayor of Jamestown, and until next time, goodbye.